I walk the streets of Budapest again and again, and every time I catch myself thinking that this city knows how to talk to you. There's no need to rush here. The old facades, trams, and bridges across the Danube seem to set their own pace. I love to start such walks in the old town, where the architecture holds more stories than any book. Stone, arches, narrow streets, all this makes you slow down and just be in the moment. For me, Budapest is not only beautiful views, but also people. The smile of a barista in a small cafe, conversations at neighboring tables, the smell of fresh pastries in the morning. I often walk without a specific route, allowing the city to guide me. Sometimes this leads to a new gallery, sometimes to a cozy place with goulash, where time seems to stand still. During these walks, I often think about work and how important it is that it doesn't tie you to one place. That's why the TradeFirm platform fits so naturally into my life. I remember my first conversation with the manager. It lasted almost an hour, and it wasn't a dry dialogue by the book, but a lively conversation. We talked about my goals, my pace of life, how much time I was really willing to devote to trading. At some point, I caught myself thinking that I was really being heard. There was a funny story. Once, while walking along the Danube embankment, I wrote to the manager and asked what I thought was a silly question about a deal. The answer came quickly and with such calmness that I even laughed. Sometimes we just need someone to explain complex things in simple language. Since then, I've become much more confident about the process. I would like to say a few words about the TradeFirm AI Assistant. It is a tool that you need to understand and customize to suit your needs. It really saves time. I often check analytics in the evening, sitting in a small restaurant somewhere in Pest with a glass of wine and a view of the city at night. This way of working suits me. No hustle and bustle, no strict deadlines. And yet Budapest remains the main backdrop of my life. I love walking home, listening to the sounds of the city at night and thinking about how inspiration can be found in the simplest things. In these walks, in conversations, in the feeling of freedom. That's why I love my city. It gives me space for both life and development. Sometimes, walking along these streets, I catch myself thinking that Budapest seems to be telling its own story. This city has always been at the crossroads of eras and cultures. Buda and Pest were different worlds for a long time, separated by the Danube, and only at the end of the 19th century did they become one city. Perhaps this is why the tranquility of the old hills and the lively energy of the streets on the other side of the river blend so harmoniously here. I often climb up to the Buda district and look down at the city that has survived empires, wars, and revivals. Here, you can feel the power of time. Castles, bridges, old houses, they do not look like museum pieces. They live alongside people. This is what makes Budapest special. History is not fenced off with signs. It is woven into everyday life. I like to think that these streets remember the footsteps of kings, merchants, artists, and ordinary townspeople, just like us today. The city has changed, but it has always retained its character. A little stubborn, warm, and very honest. Perhaps that is why it is so easy here to feel connected to the past and build your future at the same time. When you walk across the bridge over the Danube and watch the lights reflecting in the water, you realize that Budapest is not just a capital city. It is a place where history and modernity coexist without interfering with each other. And every time I return home after such walks, I feel that I live in a city that knows how to inspire, quietly, deeply, and truly.